In order to factor a trinomial, the first step is always to look at our trinomial and see if there's a greatest common factor we can take out. There's not a leading negative, but I can look at my three numbers and see that I can take out a 2. That would be my greatest common factor. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And basically what that means is I'm dividing each term by 2. And then just rewriting my new trinomials. So 16x squared divided by 2 is 8x squared. Negative 20x divided by 2 is negative 10x. And negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3. So here's my new trinomial. This is what I'm going to factor now using the area model. I've already factored out the 2. So I'm going to use inside my parentheses to figure out my A, my B, and my C. So my A is 8, my B is negative 10, and my C is negative 3. And I'm going to use that to come up with my area or my X puzzle. So A times C is negative 24, and my B is positive 10. Now on my X puzzle, I'm looking for two terms that when I multiply them together equal that negative 24. So when I do my little T-chart at the bottom, I can do, it's going to be a positive 10, so my bigger number needs to be positive. So 24 times negative 1, 12 times negative 2, and right there I can see 12 times negative 2. When I add those two together, they're going to give me 10. So 12 and negative 2 solves my X puzzle. Now I can put together my area model. So thinking about the pattern of the area model, first term always goes in the first box, 8x squared. Last term always goes in the last box, that's my negative 3. And my peanut pair always comes from my X puzzle. So I've got 12x and negative 2x. Now I'm just going to find my greatest common factor for each column and each row. So starting on my top row, I've got 8x squared and 12x. So 8 does not go into 12, so I can't divide that out, but I can take out a 4 and an x. And on my bottom row, negative 2 and negative 3, I've got a leading negative, so I know I'm taking out a negative, but there's nothing else in common, so I'm just going to take out a negative 1. And then my right column, my leading is positive. I've got a 12 and a negative 3, so 3 does go into 12, so I'll be taking out a positive 3. And then my left column, I've got an 8 and a negative 2. My 8's positive, so I'll be taking out a 2. And then I've got an x in both of them. So my final answer to this, because I've got to put in my GCF from the beginning, my final answer is 2. That's my GCF from the beginning, times 2x plus 3 times 4x minus 1.